Hi everybody. Just gonna wait a second before starting. Wait, no, not a second. More like 5 minutes. Usually it's more like 5 minutes to wait. Because I need to set everything up. The thumbnail. And then the description. Oh my god, there's so much to do. You can't even imagine. I like to complain. I'm French, sorry. Okay, this is good. The sound should be okay, but I'm not sure. Wait, I'm just gonna check again. Please exercise. But I need to talk so I can hear myself. Suspense. Fuck, it's not working, is it? Do I have sound? I'm not sure. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. If you plug the... I didn't plug the ear... How do you call this? Ear set? Ear pod? Ear... something like that. I didn't plug them. So yeah, of course, I didn't have sound at first. I got really scared for a minute here. Really scared. I'll admit it. Okay, now I'm just gonna share it on Twitter. Twitter, as they say here in the UK, in Leicester especially. They have a weird accent. They don't say Leicester like normally they say Leicester. So weird. Okay. Is it going to be the final episode? Can't check. Oh my god, this is perfect teasing for a tweet. Now the link. Share. Okay. And the image, which is here. Okay, cool. Pro tip if you're on Twitter, if you make videos and stuff like that, if you share a link with a picture, more people click it for some reason. More than if it's just the video, like, you know, the video player. Because I think they're just used to the video player, so they don't even notice it. And yeah, you're better off sharing the link with an image. That's, I think most people do this, but I'm not sure if you knew it, so yeah. I'm just telling. Now I'm setting the comments, etc. Fuck. Okay, I think we're good. To set everything in context, I played this game maybe a few... no, not days. More like a week ago. And it was... I think we stopped at one point. We were arriving in JAKKU. And yeah, I stopped there. I don't think I did anything there, so yeah. We are about to start. I'm just gonna wait a couple seconds more. Check that everything's working fine. Yes, the thumbnail is working. Yay! Oh shit, I have to do the keyboard thing. I suck at finding the keywords for a video in English, of course. Well, I think it's fine. It's a let's play. It's a stream. I'm not sure if it's gonna change anything anyway. So yeah, we're gonna start. It was. Wait, how do I start again? Campaign. Main story. I hope it's not gonna be too long though. See, the battle of JAKKU. And I forgot that, but that's exactly the title I put. So, yeah. Really good at, wait. Is it loading? Yeah. It's a bit slow to load, I think. God, this is so long. The music is dope, but yeah, it's not enough. Is it really the progress bar? Oh my god, we're not even half there. I could have started the thing, put the keywords, and I think I would be done before it's done loading. It's done downloading. Oof. I hope I'm not sure we're gonna finish the stream, the game today in this stream, but I really hope if we do, I really hope the ending is gonna be awesome as fuck, because the game so far has been really good, and it was kind of boring.
This was my idea, but how are we gonna shut down that hangar?
We get inside and search the wreckage for remote detonators.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as I was saying, the game has been more and more impressive. Like the more you play and the more you're amazed and beautiful, the more you find it beautiful. There's really amazing scenes with the galactic fights, which are not really easy to play, but really beautiful to watch, I think. So yeah, for example, you can see this. Wow. This is just amazing. Okay, I'm gonna run a little.
Good. Stay close. Wait until I open fire.
Oh shit, I'm still.
Our bombers are keeping the Republic at bay for now. Gather any equipment you can. We need to be ready when the
Fuck, I forgot the controls. Which is why you shouldn't play another game when you're streaming on one.
Taking inventory of these weapons.
Fuck. Okay, so I have to try to stay. Basically, I have to sneak inside. Oh my god, dude! How did they even see them? How? Fuck. Yeah, okay. I'm not even sure how you're supposed to kill them. Yeah, I could have used my drone, but in case you haven't noticed, in this game it's not my fault. For example, when I play Uncharted, which you can see the videos online right now, they're up. Shit, this is not good. When I play Uncharted or a game like this, I like to sneak and try to stay, like not go full fighting mode and just rush. I like to stay, yeah, like to sneak inside. But in this game, it's like, well, it's not even that I don't like to do it, it's just I can't. I can't even explain it. I struggle with it. Okay, cool. Wow, this is boom, headshot. Are we still counting? Okay, drone. Good work. Wait, how do I crouch? Oh, how do you say that in English? Circle? Okay, we're gonna have to get a little closer. Retreat.
Detonators here.
That's not gonna be enough.
Keep an eye out for more.
Cool.
Prepare to engage! Scum!
Wait, is my microphone still working?
That's all of them.
Oh shit, I have to check. I don't know why the console sometimes, I don't know, it gets bored of my microphone. Okay, I think it's working.
Clear paths to the hangar. We just need those detonators.
No. Dude, by the way, he didn't kill anybody. I'm doing all the work. Oh, well, actually, maybe he killed a few. Because these ones were not dead.
More detonators.
More explosions!
Yeah.
Time to shut down the hangar for good.
Oh, great! TIE fighter
Oh,
up top!
fuck.
Find heavy weapons! Now!
Keep your head down!
Boom. Take that, bitch. Fuck, I'm gonna have to shoot. Boom, take that. Okay.
Bet
it
they
was
didn't
easy.
see that coming.
Boom, take that. This is awesome. I forgot this. But you can snipe with some weapons. Okay, cool. I think that's all. I'm trying hard not to be surprised by some guys because I remember last time I was rushing and I got killed like this. So I'm trying to stay focused.
Where do we plant these jars?
Straight onto the ties. An explosion that size will chain all the way through the ion engine systems.
And shatter the ship from the inside out.
What's
Exactly.
this? What are we gonna do? Okay, I see what you're doing.
Detonator planted.
How many left? Wait, it's not the one, no? Yeah, here.
Slice
Oh,
this.
fuck. I always get surprised by fire. Yes, it burns, Max. Okay, cool. Now there are gonna be no fighters left. Doing all the work.
Detonators are primed.
Okie doke. Let's get out of here. Fast.
Cool. Oh, this is for us? Oh no.
Keep
Okay.
coming!
Then just keep
3 of them, oh my god.
That would be the rescue team.
Fuck.
Get to the ships!
Lead the way!
I'm going to try to snipe the shit out. Oh, let's try that.
Still coming!
This weapon is really strong. I'm happy I'm not one of them. Oh, fuck. Oh, they're everywhere again, oh my god. Cool. Instead on this side. Wow, guys. Please, give me a second. Headshot. Wait, what was it? What was it? Need some of that. Oh, fuck grenade. Fire again. I swear I'm gonna die because of fire. Not because of these guys. This was really close.
Let's stun them.
Do your work, drone. Oh. still shooting, so... Whoa, 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 who is he shooting at? Okay.
That's
Really
all of
can't
them.
aim, dude.
We should get back to our ship.
Wow, really? It's so bad. Look at this though. Take a second. It's really amazing. I love this.
We gotta keep moving, Commander.
I remember JAKKU, I think we heard about this planet first in Star Wars Battlefront 1, like even before the movies. It was like DLC or something like that. I think not DLC, but I think an extension? I'm not sure.
I hope we planted enough detonators.
Apparently. Oh, like the music guys.
I'd say we did.
It's beautiful. Is this what happiness feels like?
Okay. What am I
This is
doing?
Starhawk Unity. We can't find a gap in the Empire's formation. There's no breaking through their fleet. Not yet. We need additional support. Does anyone read me? This is Starhawk Unity.
Sounds busy up there.
A fight this size? It's everyone for themselves. Best thing we can do is focus on what's down here.
Oh, come on,
So,
guys.
what happens if
I'm
we
not even
cross paths
fighting.
with your dad?
We've spent so long trying to track him down. I really don't know what happens if we find him now.
Wow, it's crashing.
We should focus. He's not the mission.
This is
Del,
good.
we're approaching a distress beacon. Patch me in.
Yes, Mom.
This is Captain Lindsay. Our ship has crashed. Imperial walkers are cutting through the survivors. We need evac now.
Heads up! Enemy ships closing in on us.
Yay, finally, okay.
TIE fighters inbound. Let's take him down.
Maybe a little less talking and a little more.
TIE destroyed.
Yeah, I'm getting better at this, I think.
This is Commander Iden Versio, Inferno Squad. Help is on the way, Captain.
Land. Oh, okay, so that was really
Inferno!
a short
Those
sequence.
AT-ATs are closing in on our crash site.
Keep us covered, Captain. We're landing on your position.
Thank you, Commander. We were shot down on our way to Carbon Ridge.
We'll get you there.
I love how they have this little ladder to get out of the ship.
We can't evacuate until those walkers have been destroyed.
Then we need an orbital strike. Where are your macro binoculars?
When we fell back to this position, the Finax got left behind.
Shiv and I will get them. Stay here and lay down cover fire.
Oh shit, okay. You're with me. I'm shooting everybody, I don't even care. Okay.
Commander, the Finax are close.
Found him! This is Inferno Squad calling Starhawk Command, requesting an orbital strike.
Fuck. Wait,
This is
I
Starhawk
have to
Command.
use this,
Inferno,
I
you are
think?
go for orbital. Paint your target and we'll rain fire.
How does it work? Oh shit.
They're
Not
getting
sure.
closer.
Fuck. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to use this thing. Maybe a short tutorial will help? I don't know.
Commander, the walkers.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying, okay?
More Imperials coming in!
I'm doing what I can. Okay, did I get anything with this thing?
That orbital.
It should be working. It should be done. Okay, I think I'm doing it, but really bad. Like my aiming sucks. Okay. Here, maybe. Oh no, I got him. Now this one.
The walkers are too close.
I'm trying, dude. Stop pressuring me. Isn't that enough? No, I need two. I saw you. Wait, it's still here. Fuck.
Confirmed that AT-AT is destroyed.
Oh, lovely. Enemy reinforcements are here.
We've lost half our men.
Fuck. This is a really problem. Or maybe I just suck, I don't know.
They've got heavy weapons. The second AT-AT is down. Commander, that's all we can do. Starhawk Unity is moving on.
That's all we need, Starhawk. And thanks.
Wow,
Saved a lot of lives.
wow, I'm almost dead.
Inferno! We're falling back to the
fuck.
evacuation zone. This way!
Del, let's get Captain Lindsay out of here.
I'm inbound for pickup, Commander.
Okay, where is it? Okay. Where's this stuff?
This is our chance.
Hero reinforcements!
Boom. I said boom, okay.
Still with us, Commander?
Whoa, are they serious? All this for the little me?
Hello, Captain Lindsay. Welcome to the Corvus.
This is awesome. I feel like I'm a VIP.
To the Corvus.
Got it. Everybody move!
Okay, I thought I was gonna go through it. I'm always taking care of everybody, nobody cares
Everyone
about
aboard.
me. What do we do?
Thank you, Commander.
Anytime, Captain.
You're welcome, honey.
Good luck out there.
Triv, back to our ships.
Can we talk about that orbital strike thing for a minute?
Sure, what about it?
That
That,
sucked.
I think that was the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
You almost sound like you're enjoying yourself.
I would never.
that guy is so cool. The way she runs it is a little weird, to be honest. She's like kind of weird to me. Yay, driving
Triv,
again.
regroup with the Corvus. Del, find out where else we can help.
Good job down there. Captain Lindsay and his men are taking Carbon Ridge right now.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Or me.
How's it going up there?
Hard to tell, but I think the Empire is losing.
I think you're right. I can feel it. It's almost over. Today,
Dies.
the Empire dies.
Better late
Awesome.
than never.
Hurry up. That thing is a bit slow though. Yay! Finally.
Commander, we have a problem.
Oh. That seems like a problem, indeed.
What was that?
Your father. He's found us.
Oh, Daddy. Daddy's home, yeah.
The Admiral is sending bombers after the Corvus.
They'll have to get through us first. Let's take them down.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. Mission's on.
Bomber down. Got
Two
one.
down. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Bombers
Yay.
are done.
Not yet.
What you
Got
gonna do,
another
bro?
squadron coming our way.
How many is there gonna be there? Okay, well,
So long.
fuck. This is so hard. Whoa, I'm so close to him.
One down.
Okay, two. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Yeah.
Bomber down.
Boom! What you gonna do, bro? Oh, again. Oh my god.
So long. Bomber down.
Yep. Oh, the last one.
Corvus is hit.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to.
All right, who's next?
We've got another TIE squadron inbound, but something's different. They're coming right for you.
Wow.
Scratch.
Hello, Iden.
Pass.
Oh, this dude.
I knew you couldn't pass up this opportunity.
Believe me, you and Dell are the least of my concerns today. There's more going on
Ooh,
here
that's
than
something.
you understand.
Fuck.
Squadron, attack!
He's gonna wreck me though. I suck at this. Oh my god. This dude's serious.
This is the end,
I can
Iden.
do this.
For you
do this.
and your new republic.
Hey Tanisha,
You're on the wrong side of history.
what's up?
You tracked me down yourself, or did my father send you?
Would one hurt more than the other?
No, I'm just curious who holds the bigger grudge.
Come on. We got him.
The Admiral ordered me to find you. Your attacks on Bespin and Sullust really got under his skin.
Fuck.
And I bet you jumped at the opportunity.
How could I refuse the orders of my commanding officer?
I'm wrecking him. Alright, then I'm gonna do it. He got me by surprise the first time. Looks like.
I never wanted to be your enemy, Haas.
Then you shouldn't have turned your back on... Commander, do you read me? Iden, are you alright?
I'm good.
Good. Look around.
Easy.
It's almost over.
Not yet. Get the Corvus to safety.
I'm finishing what we started. I'm gonna get my dad.
Iden, he's not
Whoa.
worth it.
I have to try, Del. Now go.
Fine.
She's way too badass.
Retreat!
She's gonna face like the whole army with bad stuff. That's 11. Close. Very close. Okay. Now, do you think there's gonna be a lot of
Close one.
soldiers? Or is it gonna be like just a really...
Iden. Iden?
I'm okay, Del. I'm gonna find a way inside. You and Trip follow the next distress signal.
This is
Iden,
awesome.
no way! We're coming back for you right now.
No, you're not. That's an order. Droid, Disable comms.
I didn't know.
These ones are hard to get. They move a lot. This is so beautiful, guys. And I like the epic ending we're going towards. I think it's gonna be awesome. Oh shit, I missed him. Oh, that's that. I'm gonna rest here. Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm not even using the droid. I'm just headshotting everybody. Headshot. Oh, that was a risky one. Okay. Oh, that means he's not. Oh, okay. Fuck, I can't aim. Come on, show me head. There's many. Well, actually, it's their ship. So. But that means they know I'm here. How? It's hard to aim with this one if you're not like actually zooming. Oh shit, that hurts. Where that came from? Okay. Come on. Where is this one? Oh guys, there's so many explosions around me. It's too much. Okay. It's like there's so much going on. It's hard to focus and see like where it's coming from, where every bullet comes from. Okay, cool. These ones are really hard, and they hit hard. That's a bit good. I said no droid, so it makes it a bit harder. I can do it. Good. No rocket for me. No thank you. This is so funny. The guy is like running towards me. No, calm down. No, they need 2 headshots these ones. They're really tough. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. That. I'm not even sure what it is, but if I can get it, I'm gonna get it.
That'll work. Let's go.
So I guess we're gonna kill our dad. That's...
We need to get my father off this ship before it goes down.
Oh, she wants to arrest him, I think. I'm not sure, I think so. Welcome everybody, by the way. Feel free to talk. Wait, I say this and then I can't really...
He's still here.
Okay. This way, I guess. Does each species in Star Wars universe fight for its own clan or something like that? What does the story mode tell?
Need a slice.
It's not like species, like, the thing I like is that, I mean, yeah, there's like background stories, for example, the Wookiees, or, like, they have their own stories, but there's not a story for each species. It's a bit more...
Admiral,
It's a bit
the
different.
Empire's time has come. You don't have to go down with it.
This is a rescue
Oh,
attempt.
she's so cute.
I politely decline.
We have to go now.
Rax expects me to leave, too. This is where I belong. I gave my life to this empire. Fought to keep it strong. Hard to believe this is all that's left.
No, that's it. I don't give a fuck. What does she want to save her? Didn't she try to kill her? Like, what the fuck?
You saw the Empire's weakness and refused to let it consume you. It makes you stronger. That's why you're leaving here without me.
Deserves better than this.
No, I don't, but you do, Aiden. You deserve to live in peace. Go. Survive. Live.
Like, that means he admits that the Empire was wrong. So it's not that bad. Yeah.
Gotta get to Del. Gotta stay alive.
Yes, go find your mom.
Droid, reestablish comms. Del,
my
the
God.
destroyer's going down. Do you copy? Del?
This is so romantic. I hope he's still alive.
I'm
Okay,
coming,
this.
Del.
I hope we're gonna make it. I don't want the sad ending. I had my epic fights at the end. I want the sad ending now. The end. Would be so shitty. Aww.
It's quiet.
The war is over.
Aiden, it's over. We won.
It's over.
It's a bit cliche, but I like it. Not gonna lie. Oh. It's actually very cliche.
The droid tells me you're alive.
Looks that way.
I'm glad.
Now, come on. You gotta see this.
This. Yeah, this is the end. Fuck, my computer is lagging. Not sure why. Is it the end? If so, the game was quite short. Oh, okay. There's something more. Looks like the guy in American Dad. Who? There? Dude. Oh, the alien with the big head. Oh. I forgot his name, shit. Oh, Kylo. This is awesome. I love seeing all these things.
Hello. We have been expecting you.
Show me to the prisoner.
Of course. This way, please.
This is awesome. Yeah, this. When I say this, I understand what they said. Like, this is the untold story and stuff like that. Because it's kind of like behind the scenes of the movie, which is just amazing. Awesome to see.
You know, if you wanted to hire my ship, you could have just asked.
The map to Skywalker. You know how I can find it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Show me where the old man took it.
Ah. What was that?
Of my head!
Oh fuck.
I won't tell you anything.
You think this ship will protect you? Keep you safe? It won't.
Oh fuck, this is pretty fucked up.
This is where you began. You hoped the Empire would make you.
Oh, pull. Kylo Ren uses the Force to pull enemies ahead of their feet and towards him. Kylo Ren enters a frenzied rage and leaps for limited enemies, striking them with his lightsaber and reducing damage dealt to him. Kylo Ren freezes all enemies in front of him, immobilizing them for a duration. Okay, wow, that's fucked up. Wow. This is
feel brave now. Lord Santeca has the map to Skywalker.
I don't know what you're talking about!
Where did he take it?
Wow, this is awesome, guys. I mean, it's fucked up, but it's awesome.
Your memories are so easily broken.
Ah, this guy is so so shady. Even in the movies, it's like.
What is it you want, Captain?
Well, we'll just have to see.
Like, he's exactly what the dark side means.
I toast.
Darth Vader never. No.
Impossible.
Grieve later.
Iden Versio. She was brave enough for both of you.
First in, last out.
She led you to ruin. You were born a coward.
I'm almost dying. Oh, I managed to die. I Kylo Ren. What the fuck? That's how much I like him. This guy is like everything that scares me in the movie. Like, not scared, but you know, it makes me uncomfortable.
Impossible.
Grieve later.
Iden Versio. She was brave enough for both of you.
First in, last out.
Oh, I can become myself. I forgot this.
You were born a coward.
I forgot
We adapt
That's
or
awesome.
we die.
Iden Versio made you a traitor.
Fuck, this is hard. I struggle with the controls of this character, and it's always hard in the game when you change characters, etc. Which is, I mean, when the gameplay changes too, because of course sometimes you change just the character and it's basically the same.
Impossible.
But here it's like you have to remember. I forgot I could just protect myself like this.
She was brave enough for both of you.
First in, last out.
She led you to ruin.
Guys, this is going to be one of these moments when I try over and over.
You were born a coward.
This guy Loren, I should just walk among them and kill them all.
Iden Versio made you a traitor. You think she changed you? That your daughter changed you?
Impossible!
Grieve later.
Iden Versio. She was brave enough for both of you.
First in, last out.
She led you to ruin.
Okay, we're doing a
You
bit
were
better.
born a coward.
He's such an asshole. You were born a coward. That's so mean.
Iden Versio made you a
Okay, I did it. Finally. These dreadful moments, yeah.
Helio. You've been here before.
Yes.
You found something. A choice. You found faith.
I forgot these. The one and two. These little things.
Why did you help me?
Because you asked. Pregnant with the wrong thing.
Faith
This is
led
fucked
you
up.
to
It's
the
like
Force.
believing the whole story.
The Force brought you to the old man. Where did he take the map to Skywalker? You were a fool to come back here. It's how they found you.
What? Wow, this is really fucked up. Like, he leaves the whole story just reading his mind. That's really, really, really fucked up.
Ardos. Where your family was broken. I'll break you here again.
Whoa.
You're wrong. I will resist.
The map.
I won't tell you.
Fuck, I'm almost dead again. Come on, dude. Come on. He can't die. How am I even doing this?
Ardos.
Fuck.
Where your
Oh, I know, I
family
have
was
nightmares.
broken. I'll break you here again.
You're wrong. I will resist.
The map.
I won't tell you.
This is hard. This is really, really hard. So I think you have to rush, because if you don't, they kind of like they wait for you. And the problem is that since I have the lightsaber, I have to be close to them.
Where your family was broken.
I think.
I'll break you here again.
You're wrong. insist.
The map.
I won't tell you.
What? How is he not dead? Dude, did you see that? Like, I used my power and he didn't even die. What the hell? I have to hide. I'm Kylo Ren, I have to hide. Basically, I'm just killing everybody. Like, every living thing I see, I kill it. Oh, there's so many. Is it me or do they keep popping up? Or maybe I'm blind, I didn't even see them, I'm not sure. Oh fuck. Wow, this is crazy stuff.
Please! No more!
This feels really uncomfortable. I don't know if you can feel it on the stream. With the headset, it's like really the noise is
Tell
like
me where more JAKKU took the map.
Bayora. He took it to Bayora.
I have what I came for. He's yours now. Clean this up.
How are you doing?
Oh my god, this guy is not dead.
You spare me the pleasantries, task. We both know how this ends.
Yeah, and you don't get to be brave. Because you are not a soldier anymore. Look at you, you're a coward. You traded in your weapon. For what? Fatherhood.
That seems like a good reason, no?
All in cargo on a Corvus. You know, Aiden may have betrayed me, but you, Del, you let me down! You...
We all change, don't we? Eh? And look at you. You used to be dead.
Oh, he doesn't seem to like the humor.
Well, Aiden could do just about anything except kill me. Apparently.
Ask. Gideon. Please. Don't go after her. It won't end well for you. Please.
No! I like this guy. Oh. Wow, he's really pissed off.
So, Project Resurrection can continue as planned.
On the contrary, Gleb. I sought you out because you were useful to me once. We rebuilt your home and we allowed Janata Security to maintain control of the system, but in return you have fallen behind schedule and you have allowed an outsider to discover our plan.
An honest mistake, I assure you. My men will relocate the Pidio operation and no, triple our efforts on Athena.
Well, I shall leave behind a few of my men to see that you do. Make sure you bury Del Miko and his crew. But leave the Corvus alone.
You know it will lead her back here.
I'm planning on it.
Settling trap. So yeah, basically, Joa, what I was saying is like, there's no story, like it's not like every tribe has a position politically, but for example this guy, I don't know if it's like the whole species, but they are, yeah, with the bad guys, you know what I mean? Like it's a part of them definitely is, but I don't know if it's all of them. So yeah, I'd say most species are not. It's more about the Empire and the Rebellion than species, you know. And is that the end? I guess so. Wow, that was definitely like exactly what I was expecting. And what I mean by this is that like you have a lot of insight in the. Well, it's basically a spin. Not a spin-off, actually. It's like it's basically the story, what happens between two movies. And by the way, something I wanted to say, I don't know if you've noticed, but all the visual scenes, etc., like the things I'm not playing, the cinematics, they're really well shot. Like there's a lot of drama going on. Like you've seen the shot with the guy, like one on both sides, and he turns back, and I feel like it's really I don't know. It's really it looks like a movie. Okay, you have different parts which contains different speech. For example, in one of the movies, I don't remember which one. I think it's no, I'm not sure. There's like these guys who betray the rebellion to help the Empire. They are like a different species, so you can. That's basically the only time you see them. These special, like this guy, the way these guys looks. This species is the only time you see them in the whole, like I think the whole movies. Like I've never seen them another time, but I think that in the universe there might be others who are not necessarily bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's more about, like, for example, you can see during the two first trilogies, the rebellion was trying to basically come back. I mean, no, actually, there was like the power was overturned. Then the rebellion trying to come back in the second trilogy, and now it's the opposite. Like the Empire is trying to come back, so it's kind of like a running thing, which is basically, to me, like it's exactly how most political systems work, and like most countries actually work, because you have like some I mean, you have in dictatorships, for example, there's like dictatorship, democracy, and it comes like over until in the end someone eventually wins, but it's like it takes a lot of time. And yeah, that's more what Star Wars is about than species against others. For example, the fact that they are humans. Like it's not only the humans who are the good guys, contrarily to what most sci-fi movies do. Like basically, it's like the aliens who are bad and the good guys who are humans, and you can see that all the time with I don't know, even Transformers. Like that's the first film I thought about. It's like not even just aliens, it's robots, but it's still the same idea, you know. There's like the humans who are good and they need the help of the other good guys to fight the bad aliens. I feel like Star Wars is more complicated and less racial in a sense, you know what I mean? Like it's not discriminating against I mean upon what you look like or what you were at the first, like when you were born, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like it's more complicated, but that's what I like about Star Wars. It's like a lot of politics, which you notice only when you watch all the movies. And yeah, this one was really, I mean, the game was really awesome. There was a lot of a story going on, like there was a lot of information on the trilogies and what happens between each episode. And I like that this battle on JAKKU was actually the one that was referred to in Star Wars Battlefront 1, because I'm pretty sure Battle for JAKKU was the name of a DLC, because I remember writing news on this one, so I'm like 100% sure. Sounds interesting though. Should therefore get into it. Yeah, I think, I mean, I've been told that Star Trek is just as good, but I mean, there's a fight, you know, between Star Wars and Star Trek. But I haven't watched Star Trek, and I wish I had more time to watch it, but I don't really. I think there's an order to see them, or well, there's several orders. Like you can either watch it like chronologically, like basically, yeah, that's what you should do, because like there's a surprise going on. Like there's a, you know what I mean? At the end, you're like, wow, at the end of the second trilogy. So you should watch them chronologically. And when I say this, it's like in the order they were released, not in the order they were in the order of the story. Because basically the number 4, 5, 6 come before the 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you understand, but like there's like the first trilogy that was released that looks really bad. Like if you watch them, you're gonna see, like, for example, Yoda was basically just a stuffed animal. It really looks like shit, but it's really awesome still. So these movies, they come after the other ones. So yeah. And then the new trilogy comes after. And I'm not sure, because you know they're gonna make another trilogy after this, and I think they might do the same thing. Oh, actually, they might try to do the same thing, because it was like so awesome when people discovered the story, etc. Like my parents didn't even. My parents, if you're like my parents, you're gonna be really surprised. Like my parents didn't know anything about the story, and you know that in France they showed the movies on TV not long ago, so they watched them at this moment, and yeah, I remember they came back, like they saw the 6 movies, and at the end of the 6th, they were like, "Oh my God, did you know that?" And I was like, "Yeah, the movie was released like maybe 25 years ago, so yeah, I knew it." But still, like honestly, it's like it's really well written. That's what I was talking about when I talked about the like, you know, when I made the reaction video to Han Solo the movie. Wait, Han Solo, A Star Wars Story, I think it's the name. I'm not sure. No, it's Solo, A Star Wars Story, I think. Anyway, I talked about this, the fact that it's really well written, because a lot of people now complain about the fact that the new movies are written in a more, how do you say that, commercial way, you know, in a way that will satisfy everybody and make a lot of money. And there are some elements that are definitely, I mean, it's really accurate. Next movie series to watch. Yeah, honestly, you should. But yeah, some elements are really made to make money in these movies. And there's like, for example, in the new movies, there were like some, it's not a spoiler, don't worry. There were like useless animals, but that look really cute. And I'm pretty sure they're in the movie just for stuffed animals and stuff like that. So yeah, there's this, but at the same time, I mean, you can't deny that it's made to make money. But at the same time, if you watch even the older ones, they were already meant to bring a lot of money, and they were already. When you think about it, Star Wars is really based a lot on Japanese movies and Japanese stories, and like I don't remember the name of the guy who made these movies, but there's like really huge similarities between Star Wars and some other series. I don't know how you say that in English. Yeah, there's really strong similarities. So George Lucas kind of adapted something. He used methods that are still used today by Hollywood and all these big companies, including Disney, which is criticized, as I just said. So basically George Lucas did exactly what Disney is doing now to another level. So I feel like people who complain now about the fact that Disney just bought the Star Wars franchise to make money are really naive, and they don't know much about what's behind the movies. They may know a lot about the story, the universe, which I don't. Honestly, I don't I haven't read like all the books, and I don't know about all the theories and stuff like this, but I know a lot about how the movies were made. And yeah, George Lucas based himself a lot on a method which is, wait, actually I can't show you, but wait, I'm gonna try. So this is a book. Fuck, where's his name? Fuck. Okay, you can see. No, it's too. It's too blurry. Fuck. Okay, this is not how it was before, but okay. So the guy who, I mean, George Lucas, who adapted the movies, who, I mean, some people say he wrote, but I think it's an adaptation anyway. He based himself on the book I just showed you, which is written by Christopher Vogler. I mean, not on this book, but on the theory that existed before. So, oh my god, why am I even talking about this? I'm making the whole background of the movies. But basically, there's like a guy who studied mythology a while ago, who's named Joseph Campbell. This guy tried to identify common points between legends and fairy tales in all the countries in the world. Basically, like Scandinavian stuff, German stuff, French stuff, any stories. Yeah, so much culture. Yeah, sure. Like any legend or story that has been told for years, like even you know, like the Odyssey and stuff like that, like really the first stories ever. So he studied all this to try to come up with a kind of simplified version of how to make a story, like how to tell a story. That was his idea. And Christopher Vogler was a guy who worked at, I'm not sure, I think, no, I think it's Disney. I think he was, I'm sure what his job was. He was basically reading the stories that these big companies, these big movie companies, I think his was Disney actually, but I'm not sure. Like, you know, there's a guy who like reads all the stories and say, okay, this one should be studied and maybe we'll make a movie out of it. This one sucks, and he's basically like, you know, sorting out everything and deciding. So it was his job, and he decided to. I mean, he got a lot of these stories, and he came up with a plan. Like how would you say that? Like a list of stuff that a story has to have to make a great movie. And this thing became really popular, and like maybe in 1, 2, 3 years, everybody in Hollywood had them, and that was criticized again by the same people who criticize Disney now, because it kind of means that you are making you know what I mean, like one story that you then modify, and it kind of means that you lose in freedom when you write, because you know that you have, if you want it to work or to be bought by big companies, you're less free. You have to follow all these requirements, I'd say. Yeah. So it was really criticized, but still really used by everybody in Hollywood. And he ended up with this book that I just showed you. I think mine is like the 3rd edition, but yeah, they were of course the 1st and 2nd before, so it's like kind of old. And so one of the guys who used these movies, these techniques before to write his movies was George Lucas, and he used them a lot, and he doesn't even hide it. He's really proud of it, and I think it's, I mean, to my opinion, if you ask me personally, I think this is like, they tell you what the rule is to make a great movie, like to make something that's gonna sell and that's gonna be watched by everybody and liked by most people, no matter the race, religion, culture, etc. Because as I said, it's based on all the stories that came before, even stuff we've never heard of. It's based on things that come from all the cultures to make a rule. And so yeah, to me it's like a rule, yes, but it doesn't mean necessarily that it's bad, because like I think it's not, because like you can study something and not necessarily do it as it's said, you know what I mean? Like you can, I don't even have an example of something more common, but Like you can have a rule and you're not necessarily forced to follow it. It's just like, look, this is how you could do it, and make it your own. You know what I mean? And yeah, I share the same position as George Lucas on this one, which is I think why he sold which is why he sold the franchise, because he was he knew that in any way it was gonna be made in the same way he had done before. You know? So yeah, it's like, I feel like, yeah, I always say it, but I feel like everybody who criticizes Disney now is really dumb, because of all I just said. It's just, of course, movies are made to make money. Of course, like most stories, you don't even write. It's like saying, oh, you're writing to, like, imagine you tell your writer, oh, it's bad because you're trying to sell. Yeah, of course, like, it's his job. He's gonna try to make it as good as possible, and of course he's gonna try to sell and make something he likes, and that's the whole thing. You're not necessarily forced to do like on the popular writers who just write shitty stories that young people are gonna buy. Like, you know in theory what teenagers are gonna like. For example, you're not forced to make books for teenagers, but you can, and that's the same thing with these movies. And yeah, definitely you should watch Star Wars, and you should, yeah, honestly, you should watch them tomorrow, like the whole day. You take a day off, you watch everything, and you're gonna love it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now. It's a short stream because, well, I was almost done with the game. Apparently, it was quite short, to be honest, and there were some problems. I think with the gameplay, it was not perfect, but on the whole, it's really good. Like, the visuals were awesome. So yeah, and the story is. It's just interesting to see what's happening between the movies. So yeah, I'm hesitating. Should I make another stream on another game, or maybe on Star Wars? I'm not sure. Huh. I think I'm gonna stop here and maybe record a video. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you bye. Thanks for watching. This game was awesome. I'm gonna play more Star Wars in the future, but only online, of course. Coming up on the channel, we're gonna have Outlast. We're gonna have, I'm not sure about the others. I think Shadow of War. Yeah, actually no. I'm gonna play it. I like it. The Lord of the Rings, also very well written franchise, series of movies. What else do I have? Oh yeah, Destiny 2. And other games like you've already seen, Call of Duty, Uncharted. Maybe Crash Bandicoot 2. I think that's only Fortnite. I'm gonna play Fortnite 2. Gang Beast, I think, if I find someone else. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other streams, check the other videos. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'm going live next time. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.